Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You like that? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Friday morning here inside the studio. It is Sunday morning when you are watching this, the Lord's Day, and we got some great content for you today. We got some Gunner Stockton film study. I am tremendously impressed with this young man's ability to coach himself and improve with inside single game structures. Hell, from drive to drive, this guy corrects issues. I think that is tremendously impressive, considering it was his first year playing college football last year. I know he sat for 3, and everybody assumed, oh, he's an older guy. We have always talked about this. There is no way quarterbacks can truly develop behind closed doors in a practice setting where they ain't getting hit. Now, this guy's a little bit different because do you remember his freshman year when they played TCU in the national championship? He went into Kirby Smart's office and said, take that non-contact jersey off me. I need to go against this 2022 defense as if I am Max Duggan, as if I am ready to be hit, because how else will we simulate this, coach, if you don't let me do this? But I would imagine that's the last time he was actually hit in practice, because we got to put him in non-contacts, and we got to protect our future. We got to protect our investments. And I understand why coaches do this, because football is a physical sport, and if our quarterback gets hurt, everything is poo-pooed. Everything is thrown into the garbage, right? Like, you can't get these guys hurt. I understand this, but we're also stunting the development of guys if we don't allow them to do it. We have to wait for them to get onto the field to actually, A, find out what they truly are, and B, have them actually grow. And this guy grew a lot last year. Grew a lot, and I'm bullish on what it's ultimately going to be this year because of how much we grew during the year last year. Can't imagine how much we grew during the offseason now that we know we are the true ultimate guy. Also, for you Mike Bobo haters, you're not going to like this one. You're not going to like this one because my man was in his bag. My man was in his bag in this football game, all right? Got a couple of rules around here. If for some reason you are a Georgia fan that is new to the network, hi, I'm Brooks Austin. We are the Film Guy Network. We are based in Ball around here. This is what we do best. We get up in front of this board and we coach this here football, all right? We got a couple of rules. If you learn anything about the game of football today, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. And if you have any fun at all today, which I guarantee you will, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Man, I couldn't imagine being a Georgia fan and not knowing about this place after all these years, Jonathan. Do you imagine that? Could you imagine that?
No, not at all.
I couldn't. Hi, Patrick Starr. Hope you enjoy that rock you've been living underneath. Here we go. Let's grind some tape. I couldn't imagine being a Georgia fan and not knowing all the people in this space. I mean, they're all elite at what they do. All right. First play of the football game. Now, I left this on here for one reason and one reason only. Mike's going to come back to it later. We call this cheat motion. We're going to send Zachariah Branch in motion, and he's going to cheat right before the ball is snapped, and he's going to get upfield as the ball is snapped, okay? Down set, hut, and he's already working north. All right, we call that cheat motion because we're almost getting momentum into the play instead of running over there, setting up, and then down set hut, and now we got to start from a stopped position. We're actually going to start from a moving position, and we're going to run this free access hitch down here at the bottom, okay? Gunner's going to rip it. He's going to get it completed. We're going to start the game with a nice, easy 8-yard completion. Everybody take a good mental note of what they just did, all right? They showed that cheat motion. They ran a hitch. Everybody got it? All right. That has nothing to do with the quarterback. It has everything to do with the OC trying to set something up. First play of the game, they show that, okay? Now, let's go to the next clip. First possession of the football game, Jonathan. Oh, that dude's vanilla. That boy Mike Bobo, he vanilla. Flea flicker. And we throw a dot at the quarterback position. Watch this one from the tight. Can't throw this ball any better from Gunner Stockton, number 14. Now, everybody questioned his ability to layer the football last year, right, Jonathan?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody questioned his ability to throw with touch and accuracy. That's a ball. That's a great football right there. Doink. All right, we love that. That's a great ball. Great start to the football game from everybody, including the offensive coordinator. All right. Now, we are going to coach some things up today, and I want everybody to take a good mental note of this as well. They're trying to run fake screen and go right here down at the bottom, right? Show the screen, all right? And we're going to run vertical right here with Oscar Delp, and we're going to run a bender or a shallow cross or a deep O, whatever you want to call it, or whatever they call it in the system, right there, a post, I don't know. They're all different at every place you go. Okay, it's pretty covered up down here at the back end of this, right? The deep shot where we're intended to throw this football, it's pretty covered up. Now, we're going to throw this ball down to the check down area, okay? And it's about to go the other way if we're not careful. I mean, that's a great job by the flat defender of staying attached to the only threat in your area, which is Dylan Bell right there, okay? Everybody take a good mental note because this is going to happen to us again a little bit later, and Gunner's going to correct himself, okay? He's going to see this on the iPad over there on the bench in between series, and the next time something like this happens, we're not going to have the same result. We are not going to put the ball at risk. In fact, we're going to make the right decision, which is to get north right now. Hey, defense did their job. They played the play, and they beat us on this play. So let's do something instead of put the ball at risk. And he's going to do that a little bit later. It goes back to what we were talking about at the start, correcting ourselves within the same game. Go now. Hey, we don't like the vertical. We damn sure shouldn't like this check down. There's space right here. Let's go occupy that. Let's go live to fight another down. If we throw this ball over here and that thing goes back the other way, we are in bad, bad news territory, okay? 3rd and 4. There it is, okay? So what this guy, hold on. I put this on here for something totally different. Middle field open or closed, Jonathan? Open, okay? We got 3 strong up here to the top of the screen, and we got Oscar Delp running the vertical right here in between the 2 safeties. If the middle of the field is closed, we're going to bend it into, or the middle of the field is open, we're going to bend it into that void. If the middle of the field is closed, meaning there's one safety here and this safety maybe scoots down into the box, all right, we're going to run that thing straight up the seam and occupy the green grass. Oscar does a great job right here of converting his route once the middle of the field stays and remains closed. Gets inside that half-field safety, and he is naked right now, okay? He is naked right now, and your eyes should be going to him in your progression right about now, but instead, they're down towards the rush, and you've already decided that you're going to run the football, all right? We should also take a good mental note of this because the next time something like this happens, we're going to rip the hell up out the football. All right, we're going to coach ourselves from series to series. We're going to get better. But that's without a doubt a missed touchdown, okay? That can't happen moving forward. If we want to find these 7 to 14 extra points that Kirby Smart was talking about at SC Media Days when he sat down with us, this is what it has to be. We have to grow in these areas. We cannot miss these things. They were available for us pre-snap. We should have known that they were going to be available for us post-snap after confirming coverage, and we should have ripped that football. There's no doubt. Okay? However, I'll take first downs. I'm okay with that. I just want touchdowns too. I mean, looking at it right now, you should know, hey, if they stay in what they're showing me pre-snap, I have this vertical to Oscar Delp. The middle of the field is wide butt open. I'm going to have this. Downset hut, we're working outside. As soon as we come back to the middle of the read, we're passing it up too early, okay? We're ready to run the football a little bit too early. Handling a lot at the line of scrimmage. Always love to see that from quarterbacks. Okay, again, the next time we had a seam shot, though, we actually ripped it, right? I mean, this is less grass than the last clip we showed you, but he's willing to do it. Now, do we get it completed? Nope. We throw it way too high. We get a little juiced up, but we at least try, okay? That's what I loved about his tape last year, from the slappies that they played early in the year to Auburn. Like, we were doing things that we didn't do in game 1, and we were trying by game 4. We were doing things that we didn't do with Series 1 that we were trying by Series 3. That's maturation and growth of an athlete. That is learning through experience. That is growing through the actual game reps. That's life. We have to do this stuff. I really at least appreciate that he grew. A lot of these guys that we watch don't grow. They haven't grown from year over year. They haven't grown from series over series. This dude seems to grow from play over play. This has to improve this year, right? There's no reason to airmail this football. Hell, there's no reason to throw it as hard as firm as we do. Now, all that being said, this year, that guy's going to be 6'7" instead of 6'5". He's going to have 42-inch arms instead of 32-inch arms. So we might actually get it completed this year. But I want it completed better, right? I want it on his face. I don't need you to elevate that football that much. I don't think, who's this, Daugherty? He transferred to LSU. I don't think even if we threw this thing at Oscar's waistline, Daugherty has a chance to get up and get that football. I mean, we throw that thing 10 feet over his head, all right? We don't need to be that high and elevated with the football. We're good. Oof. Same thing here, okay? It's an end around. We're trying to okey doke this guy into thinking we're running this end around. All right, and Lawson's going to do a great job getting detached from that defender and then getting up the grass area. We do not need to throw this thing that firm and that hard off the back shoulder of Lawson. We can put it on his face. We have an opportunity to do that, and he's going to run after the catch if we do so. We're going to steal the yak from Lawson Lucky right now with ball placement. We can't do that. You'll see it from the tights. A great catch by 7. It's the old Brock Bowers play, Jonathan. They ran this a lot with 19, where because he's such a great short area quickness guy that he would create so much grass and so much room and separation because he can start and stop at an extremely high rate for a tight end. We don't got to be that firm. Look at all that grass in front of him. We do not have to be that firm and that far off the back shoulder. I appreciate the completion. That's awesome. I appreciate the catch. That's incredible. All right? But the ball placement stole the yak. What do you think Kirby's pissed off about right here? You see him over there? He's right here. He's always, he's always right.
He's always
always right at the play.
He's probably saying the same thing you are.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We had it. All right, 3rd and 8 here in the red zone. I hate screen passes, Jonathan. I hate them. I absolutely hate screen passes. But this threat all year long creates what this dude is doing. This dude is so cooked. He is so in trouble. He is so about to give up a touchdown. Both these guys are. All right? But yeah, I hate screen passes too. Now that's the ball, okay? That's the ball we need. Touchdown number 1 for Lawson Lucky on a day where he had 3. Good touch ball right there. Good touch ball. That's growing from series to series as well. All right, I told y'all to take a mental note of play number 1, right? Where are we at in the football game? We're in quarter 2, so we've had 3 drives, all right? We had 2 drives, a touchdown and a field goal, is that correct? We've had 2 drives, okay? 2 drives later, we come back, we show the same cheat motion, all right? And we try to run what? We try to run a hitch and go. All right, there's the hitch. We're trying to sell it. 8 does a great job of staying with tremendous leverage and staying on top of Zachariah Branch. Also love Gunner keeping his eyes left and making sure that this safety stays the hell up out of the play if this guy does indeed bite on this, which he does a great job of not doing so. But I always talk about on this network, is your coordinator, is he setting things up or is he just calling plays because they look good on paper? He set that up, right? he set this to come back to it a couple series later and hope that we get an explosive out of it. All right, Gunner does a great job of saying no to the hitch and go. Don't like that. All right, so now we've got to start scrambling and making a play. Great job by London Humphreys right here, okay? Working back negative is what we call this, okay? So don't just run flat towards the line of scrimmage. If you do, you're going to run yourself into a defender that's going to end up catching up and getting back into the play and knocking that ball out. Watch London. See him working negative back towards the quarterback. That's a tremendous job. We call that getting friendly, okay? Get friendly for your quarterback. Yep. Boom. Hey, he dropped the slot a little bit, didn't he? That's another thing he got better at, I felt like, as the season progressed. He started getting a little freer with the arm slot, finding a little bit more arm talent, as we call on this network. Lord knows he's got arm strength. Yeah. The dude can throw it through a brick wall. I mean, he throws it 100 miles an hour. He is Craig Kimbrell, all right? He is Craig Kimbrell, all right? We got to find some touch, though. Paint it on the black every once in a while. All right, so here's what I don't love. I don't love making the decision pre-snap sometimes, right? It's play action. We're trying to take a deep shot. We're going post and deep over. Post from Noah Thomas, deep over from London Humphreys, okay? Now, I do understand why we throw the post because this boundary side safety has his hips open to the boundary, doesn't he, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. But he does such a great job of speed turning on us, okay? And I think we can kind of feel that right now. Our eyes are on him. He's speed turning into that post window. So that post window is going to get shut down, which should mean we should be working back. It's actually not a deep over, it's a comeback. We should be working back to this, it's actually a curl. We should be working back to this curl to London Humphreys right there, right? That's where the grass is, okay? It's not back here into this post window. But here's what I do love about Gunner. I never, ever felt like his eyes were in the wrong spot while playing the quarterback position. Now, he might have made the wrong decision, but his eyes were always in the right spot as a first-year starter. And that is not always common. And even our feet are tied to our eyes relatively often, okay? We're never off-kiltered, right? We're in a good, sound, solid position right here, trusting what our eyes are telling us, except we just make the wrong decision. We should be working down here, not up here. I told you he can throw it through a brick wall. This ball is zipped, son. Also a great job by Dylan Bell of working back negative. Okay, if we continue to run flat right here, we are going to get killed by this safety. But because we work back towards the ball, running through the catch point, we're able to catch this ball off our belly. I mean, wow. Whoa. I don't know if anybody throws it firmer than this guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sneaky quick. Mm-hmm. Sneaky quick, sneaky athletic. I don't even think it's sneaky anymore, all right? But watch what happens to one over here, Princely Umar-Milan. He should be making this a TFL. And guess what? We made the right decision of pulling this football. They just got too many guys on the backside of this play, okay? 30 is committed. 1 is halfway committed, and we're going to beat him with our athleticism. Get skinny, and then we're going to get north and south, and guess what? We're going to make a break on the backside safety too. This is going to sound silly, and I don't know how much more we can get them because we don't know the backup quarterback position. We don't know the status of that. We don't know if that guy's ready to go play winnable football, whoever it may be, Ryan Puglisi or Ryan Montgomery, or the fan favorite Bryson Beaver already. We don't know who it's going to be. We don't know if they're going to be ready to go. But if this offense is going to be a 40-point-per-game offense, Jonathan, I think he has to be more involved in the design quarterback run game. And not just RPOs, not just read options, not just keeping it off the back. I think we got to be able to get vertical too. I think we have to not Haynes King him. I'm not talking about giving him 20 carries a football game, but 8 to 10 times a game, we should be stressing the defense with quarterback legs, all right, and the threat of the quarterback's legs. Because he is a good runner. Oh, I love Zachariah Branch, man. Watch this, okay? We're going to work into a scramble drill right here, right, Jonathan? Okay, we're breaking the contain of the pocket. It's 3rd and 4. Watch what Zachariah Branch does right here, okay? He's going to sell the vertical for 3 hard ones and then work back to the football. And watch what happens to this nickel that's in charge of covering him. Sell the vertical, and then work back. You're lost in the sauce, big dog. You ain't got no chance. You're lost in the sauce, and we got a first down over here. Now, I think that's something that they coach. Like, get hard vertical up 3, and then work back to the football on short yardage situations. Because used to, we just run down the sideline, and we try to make that touch throw over the defender. No. Sell it, come back to the football, let's pick up the sticks, and let's remain efficient. Little combination of Don Juan over here, man. Hope we see it. Hope we see it. Getting beat by speed over there, Juan. What we got? All right, so everybody's worried, how do they replace, myself included, how do they replace Zachariah Branch? Okay, Zachariah Branch is a great football player, don't get me wrong. But they're in man coverage, and you're going to get a lot of this year, okay? You did last year, where they walk up a bunch of football players, and they're probably bringing 5. Hell, they might bring 6, and they're going to think they can play man-to-man coverage against you guys. Y'all got 2 things last year on critical downs. It's 1st and 10. But y'all got 2 things on most critical downs. Y'all got cover 1 blitz, okay, or pressures, all right? And then y'all got rush 3, drop 8. Those are the 2 things you got most. And they're 2 totally different requests from the quarterback and requests from the wide receivers. Against man-to-man, what do we have to do? We have to beat their men. That's what we have to do. All right, against rush 3, drop 8, quarterback's probably going to have to buy some time, throw it into a tight window, and win with his arm and his brain, or extend plays with his legs until somebody can get open. All right, those are the 2 things. I think we're good at extending plays and buying time and figuring it out. All right, might not be so good at the tight window anticipatory throws yet. All right, but the man-to-man right here, yeah, Zachariah Branch wins. He wins at a really high rate. But I think the concept wins right here, Jonathan. We got a rub, all right? He is playing off-man coverage, which he will always do. Noah Thomas is going to run a slant, and we're going to run a speed out, and we're going to make that defender go over the top and get rubbed by the wide receiver and the corner on the outside. I don't know about you, Jonathan. I think that's a coordinator win. I don't think that's we've got a future NFL slot receiver win. You know what I'm saying? I think Jacoby White-Helton can do that. I think Talon Taylor can do that. I hope he can run a speed out and beat the rub. And boom, we pick up a first down. So I left that, or not a first down, we pick up 5 yards to get ourselves into a 2nd and 5 and stay ahead of the sticks. I think everybody on Georgia's roster can run that. That is a scheme win. That is not a player win. That's why I left that on the tape to show you guys that. Now, what they ain't got to answer for is, hey, it's 3rd and 6. We're getting blitzed up. Let's just throw the ball to Zachariah Branch right now. He'll make somebody miss, which he did all the time last year and will continue to do at the NFL level, despite the fact that people think it's a horrible play call. All right. Now, I think we're calling this to get to the hitch and go down here at the bottom to London Humphreys. That's a naked-ass touchdown. We should be throwing that football. But if we don't like that, Jonathan, if we don't like the hitch and go, probably should work down in here to the square end, which are the inward breaking route, which, by the way, that's wide open. All right, if we don't like that, we might want to hold the football for the deep over to Lawson Lucky, which, by the way, that's wide open. Not a bad answer here. Not a bad answer here for any of these options at the top of the screen. We don't get to any of them. We just run and we basically throw this ball away. Can't have that, right? Can't have that this year. If we're going to continue to grow, we got touchdowns right here when touchdowns are called. Okay? No bad answers. Make one of them. Make one of these. Hell, I think we got London for, I don't know, 5 seconds naked on this play. Quarterback's got to be better there, and he knows that. Also, really no reason to bail the pocket right now, bud.
No.
Really no reason to get up out of here. Very disciplined rep right there from Will Eccles. I put this on here because you're going to see a lot of this year. You're going to see a lot of Elias Williams having defensive backs, safeties most importantly, absolutely panicking, just grabbing all over this dude because he's so big. Okay, you're going to stay in his hip pocket, but it don't really matter if you're in the hip pocket of a 6'12" football player because he's going to out-jump you when he gets there. All right, and that is definitely PI. I know Pete Golden's over here screaming, hooting, and hollering, saying that's not PI. That is 100% PI. You know why? This dude back here's job is to keep his eyes on that offhand. All right, and if that offhand is on pants or on jersey and doing that, you're going to get that one every single time. And look where that offhand is, Jonathan. That right hand is wrapped around that waist. We are not allowing this football player to get up and vertical to the ball. And yes, sir. Ooh, a little lefty spin right there from the ref. Okay, okay. I'm a goofball, man. All right. I told you I'll take a mental picture of that late throw to the flat, right? Not same concept here, but similar principle. We got Nate Frazier over here in the flat, but Centurion Perkins has done a good job of being ready to buzz and drive down here into the flat. So instead of throwing that ball out there and putting it at risk, what should we do? We should get vertical right now. Pull the football down, go live for another day, pick up 5 yards. Let's get into a 2nd and 4, a 2nd and 5, where we feel really, really comfortable at the University of Georgia. Okay? You can even see him. He looks over there, he sees the flat defender, and he's not going to go back over there late. He sees the verticality in the pass rush right now, and he says, let me go get it. By the way, you see what the defense is doing to you? They're rushing 3, dropping 8. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of it. Zachariah Branch is gone, no doubt, okay? But is this one-off separation or is this one-off ball placement, Jonathan? You tell me when we see it from the tight. Because from the wide, the answer is there is no separation, amen? Yep. Like we're not stacking that guy. We're not running past him. It's not a layup throw for the quarterback. This ball is won with ball placement, man. It's one off putting it in the right spot where my guy can actually go get it. Now, Zachariah does a great job of adjusting to this football and realizing we're getting back shouldered and going up and getting that thing. But that's one with placement, in my opinion. It's a great catch by one, don't get me wrong. But they got guys that can catch back shoulder fades. They got guys that can turn around and catch a ball that's put on their daggum shoulder pad. Okay? That's an accurate, on-time throw from the quarterback. Great job. Shout out to our friends over at the GSP. Those dudes are probably watching right now. Yes. 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 Look at the conflict we put these guys in, man. Do not allow defenders to ever be comfortable. Look at Daughtery, okay? Oh, I think the running back's got the ball. No, he does not. Quarterback, okay? Don't ever let these guys get comfortable on run reads. What did we do here? We left this on the tape because they did such a good job covering this. They do everything that they're supposed to do. Watch number 8 right here. Okay, I think he's a flat defender, but he has nothing really working to his flat. All right, So he's actually going to let that linebacker drive down on this flat route, and he's going to suck up underneath London Humphreys deep over right now. We've also passed the post off really, really well, right? We've got it capped on the top, and the backside safety has replaced and drove into the high hole. So we've got a lot of this stuff covered. Now it's on the quarterback. And by the way, the reason we have a lot of this stuff covered is what are they doing, Jonathan?
Dropping 3.
They're rushing 3, dropping 8. Yeah, they're rushing 3, dropping 8. And I said when they rush 3, drop 8, quarterback's either got to do what? Go make a play with his legs or hold the ball long enough to create or throw it into a tight window. He does the first of those options. He goes and creates with his legs. I also think it's why they were one of the most efficient offenses last year. This dude did not take bad sacks. Okay, and instead of taking sacks, we take 4-yard carries. We'll take those all day long. So firm. Such a firm ball thrower. Trust the ball placement too. Tight ends and wide receivers did a great job last year making plays when the ball was put on their body. You're going to have to do it again this year. Okay? You have to do it again this year. Watch how hard this ball's thrown. You can't even see it. Big body bends. Remember, I used to be dusty. That's a big body play right there down in the box by the tight end. I mean, Dylan Bell, good football player. Don't get me wrong. Okay? But is this one with the wide receiver or is this one with ball placement? Because, yeah, the answer is ball placement. This is a dot, son. You can't walk down there and hand it to him better. Hell yeah, 14. Great play, 86, no doubt. Great play. But that is a dot.
Yeah, it was a 3rd and long play, I believe.
2nd and long.
2nd and long.
2nd and 12. That's the last one I got for you. What do you think?
I mean,
first of all, I'd die for the guy.
Oh, for sure.
His teammates would die for him.
Yeah.
I love everything about his football character and football toughness, but I think the growth from him is what's most impressive to me.
I think the most inspiring thing about that is obviously we know Gunner Stockton has to improve in areas, but he doesn't have to completely rework his game. And it's not drastic changes. It's just small things that if he can change those things, then he takes his game to the next level, and that offense can be even better than they were last year.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you hit that thumbs up button. Hope to see you in our lives. Love you. Bye.